Hello. As you may or may not already know, at the moment playing on Steam platform gives you double the rewards, and it will last until further notice. I think this is a great opportunity for new players to do some farming to upgrade some of your rares and get yourself a good collection of coins to build a competitively viable deck. Over my time with War of Omens, one of the most common things new players often ask about is how to quickly increase their progress in the game. Sometimes it's about a good farming deck list, other times it's about how to optimally upgrade cards and so on. Therefore, I'm making this video in an attempt to explain all the things you need to know about progression and farming in War of Omens. There's also another reason, but it's not the main one. First, let's recap on some of the basics since I have also seen some new players asking questions related to them. In War of Omens, all cards can be upgraded twice, with each upgrade reducing their cost by one and giving you the possibility to include multiple copies of the same card in your deck. For hero specific cards, you have to level up the hero to level 4 to unlock the card, then to level 8 and 28 to upgrade it. There are three ways to unlock and upgrade non-hero cards. First, and most important method, opening packs. This is also the only method to unlock new heroes and gain coins, other than buying the starter packs, which include a hero and also a Fecund Charm in the Ender Zoom bundle, and some special promotional coins. There are four types of packs in the game. Oak Pack contains all cards and heroes from common rarity upwards. Silver, uncommon, gold, scarce, and gem, rare. Each time you select a card you already owned in a pack, you gain one tick on its upgrade progress, some experience for all heroes you currently own of the card's faction, and some ingots. The higher the card rarity, the more experience and ingots you gain. Each card needs 4 ticks to reach the first upgrade level, and 20 after that to reach the second, so 24 in total to max out. If you're a free player, you will unlock silver packs after maxing commons and gold packs after scarces. Doing daily quests will give you one free oak, silver, and gold pack. You can also open silver or gold packs by watching ads on mobile or the web version, and you can do it for as many times as you would like. You get to open one pack for each ad you watch. You still have to pay the silver to open them though. Watching ads simply lets you open these packs without having unlocked them. The second method is by selecting a card from your tournament deck if you win at least 6 matches in your tournament run. This upgrade is exactly the same as selecting a card from packs. Absolutely no difference, at least for now. It's more efficient to upgrade rares this way, but for new players, getting 6 or more wins consistently isn't an easy task. Also check out my tournament guides if you're interested in playing tournaments. It's a completely free to play game mode. The third and final method is crafting using ingots. You can only upgrade a card with this method, so first you have to unlock it by doing one of the previous methods. When upgrading a card with ingots, you will instantly upgrade it to the next level, and the more ticks you already have on its progress, the fewer ingots you have to spend. Next, I will discuss some general strategy on card progression. First, I have to make a disclaimer. My experience with progression was that of a paying player, so I'm not confident my advice for free players will be truly useful. However, I will try to give this group of players some advice too. By free players, I mean those who haven't paid or have no intention to pay, and those who have paid less than $10 or whichever amount in your currency to unlock gold packs. Paying to unlock silver pack is completely pointless because you will naturally and quickly unlock it from opening oak packs. When opening packs, it's best to choose things in this order: hero, rare coins with multiple copies, rare coins with only one copy, and finally cards. There are some exceptions to cards, but more on those later. For epic coins, I personally went with the least complete set route, but I think for most people it's better to choose coins based on their tier. Better coins should be prioritized. Maxing epics isn't a realistic goal for the vast majority of players, including the paying ones. The first thing you should do as a paying player is unlocking all heroes, except epic ones, by opening different types of packs. For free players, try to do this by watching ads if you have the patience for it. It will pay off in the long run. Doing this will let you upgrade heroes levels much faster, since faction experience from picking own cards only applies to heroes you already own. Having heroes cards early also lets you build more different variety of decks, which is more fun. After you've unlocked all heroes, both groups of players should do the same thing, which is to keep opening oak packs until you max most commons. After that, you should spend ingots to max the remaining ones. A good rule of thumb to know when to stop opening wood packs is when you start getting all three max cards 10 times in a row. If you're a free player, this is also when you unlock silver packs. For paying players, the next thing you should do is repeat the same process you did with wood packs on silver packs. For free players, this time is very different because to unlock gold packs, you have to max scarces rather than uncommons. So you have two ways to go about it here. First, keep opening silver packs for a long time. Apply the same strategy you did with commons in wood packs to scarces in silver packs, which is a much slower process this time around. Second, watch ads to open gold packs until you max out most scarces, then spend ingots to max the remaining ones to unlock gold packs permanently. Paying players shouldn't use ingots to max out scarces, but should save them for rares because gold packs will be your main way to getting rares. Champ packs won't come very often, and you will be getting plenty of scarces by opening gold packs. Next is how to use gems. You should spend gems exclusively on gem packs at least until you max out rares. You have the option to buy alternate outfits on heroes with gems, which give you 50% experience bonus, but there are two problems. First, it doesn't apply to faction experience you get from opening packs, and this is where most of your heroes experience will come from. Second, you simply don't need this bonus. Trust me, before you reach the halfway point to maxing all rares, all of your heroes will have reached level 28. As long as you don't get too unlucky with getting epic heroes from packs. The only useful thing about outfits is the extra deck slots, but at the beginning upgrading your cards is way more important than this. Next is about farming. I often see people asking for decks to beat Grandmaster AI for farming. This is not a good approach. Sure, higher AI difficulty levels give you more rewards, but if it takes you longer to beat them, or if you win less often compared to a lower difficulty, then it is usually not worth the trouble. The most important thing about farming is the silver per time period ratio. Whether this time period is 1 hour or 1 minute, or whichever you prefer, the best thing to do is to spend some time measuring this ratio across different decks you have and on different AI levels. Then stick with the combination that has the highest ratio for farming until you have enough upgrades to make new decks or significantly upgrade existing decks. Then repeat this measurement and selection process. When farming AI, note down which AI heroes that are either very hard to beat with your deck or takes a long amount of time to beat. What you should do is instantly quit whenever you see them. This will save you more time in the long run. Occasionally against other AI heroes, things might not go well for you at the beginning, and if you feel that the match is going to drag for a bit, it's also a good idea to quit there. There's another thing about farming AI that I'm not sure if it would apply to you, but it does for me. After running for a while, the game will start to lag a little when you load an AI match. You can see what I'm saying from these following clips. There's a delay of 1 second or two between when the loading finishes and when you can actually start playing the match. This delay will add up over time if you keep farming, so when this happens, it's a good idea to simply restart the game client. It takes less than 20 seconds to do this, and it will save you more time if you intend to farm for a few more hours. There are many different decks you could use for farming depending on your upgrades. I won't be listing them here, but you could always ask others on War of Omens Discord for a farming deck based on your upgrades. I will show you the deck I've been using for farming and explain the optimal way to farm with it. Regardless of which deck you use for farming, you should spend ingots to max out all of its scarces and rares as early as possible since it would speed up your farming rate. Commons and uncommons can be maxed fairly quickly by opening packs so you can leave them, but if you want, you can max them with ingots too. This is my farming deck, and here are my current coins. I think Cross Empower is the best coin for this deck since any resource will be useful for you. My silver per hour rate with this deck is between 25,000 and 29,000 depending on my luck. I won't claim that this is the best farming deck ever, but it is the best for me because it's simple enough that I could play it without thinking too much. Farming is already a very tedious process. If you have to think too much on top of it, you will feel burnt out very quickly. AI heroes you should avoid when playing this deck are Arlene. She's the most OP hero going first, and you would have to rely on coin procs to kill her double courtesans first turn, which isn't very reliable, so it's best to simply avoid her. Sulfo Catro. He's not hard to beat, but his ability and coin procs on Grandmaster makes it pretty hard to maintain a board early on, which means you won't be able to end the match very quickly. Avoid him. Finally, any mage's hero. They have the same problem as Sulfo, but even worse because they have lots of anti-ally cards like Seduce and Mayhem. It also requires significantly more effort when playing against them, so it's best to just avoid all of them. Sometimes, when playing against some Vest or Daramek decks, you might find that you're struggling to maintain your board presence. If it happens early, you should also just quit and play another match. Rather than explaining how to play this deck to you, I think it would be easier if I just show you a 5-minute unedited footage of me farming with it. At the end, I will provide a summary of the results of this 5-minute run. If you're not interested in watching this clip, skip ahead to this time. The result of this 5-minute run is 6 Grandmaster wins, with current double rewards, which is 400 silver per Grandmaster win, thus 2400 silver in total, which is a bit more than 28,000 per hour. On average, an epic in gold packs would cost you 100,000 silver. So, if you're using this deck to farm using my method, you would be netting one epic in a little bit less than 4 hours. I think that's a pretty decent rate. And that's the end of my progression and farming guide. If you have any questions or if you would like some advice on anything, leave your comments below or talk with me in War of Omens Discord. Thank you, user NovaQua, for providing me with some screenshots. Goodbye and happy farming.